Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Here we are, second day of our week, as we continue with our new limud on Birchat Kohanim. Please continue to daven for Chalei Tzvagan Yisrael, for Shalom L'Chol Petzui Yisrael, safe return of all of our hostages. We dedicate our learning to Nishmat, Saren Daniel Shem Ben Arav Duram V'Sheli Hashem Yikum Damo. The next chapter, Kavanat Yisrael. B'shas Birchas Kohanim tzarich kol echad ve'echad Yisrael la'amod mul haKohanim. During the duchening, while the blessing is taking place, so everyone has to face the Kohanim. V'chavein da'ato l'bracha, and you have to have in mind when they make the blessing. V'li'abit b'Kohanim o b'davar acher, they shouldn't gaze at the Kohanim or at anything else. Kedei sheli'asiach esdatum ha'bracha. We don't want to disrupt or disturb your concentration from the blessing. In the note, he has different ideas about the other prayers that are said during the brachas, etc., but not for now. Tiknu chachamim, shekoin sheish begufo davar meshuna, she'alul legrom la'anashim lisponei bo la'asiach esdatim min habracha, lo yala lisas kapav. So the Chazal tell us, again, there's a very long simon in Shulchan Aruch in Orach Chaim Kuf Ches, which details all of these halachas in lots of detail. But if a Kohen has something that is unsightly, something on his body that might distract people from the bracha, some sort of deformity, something like that, for instance, and it'll cause distraction, then he shouldn't duchen. L'chein, lefi shenaga akonim lechasos es pneiim v'deim betalis, kol kohen shehayu lamun b'fanav abiyadav kagon shehayu b'fanav beharos michodos, or shehayu etzbasav akumos, lo hayu alu duchen. He says it used to be that, unlike today, we'll see why today is different, but if a kohen had blemishes on his face, or if he had something wrong with his fingers, let's say missing a finger or a shortened finger, something like that, they wouldn't duchen. Aval hayom, but today, shekol hakonim noagin lechasos es pnei v'deim betalis, mumshe bepanim obiyadayim einam oneas hakonim levarach. But today, as you'll notice, all the kohanim, they place the talis over their hands and face, so there's nothing that's visible in the kohanim, and therefore, this would not preclude them from going up because you couldn't see the mum or whatever deformity in any event. So therefore, they'd still go up to duchen. But if, let's say, today, if there's something wrong with the Kohen's feet or lower extremities, which could cause a distraction, which is obviously not covered by the talis, then he shouldn't duchen. Because this might cause some sort of disturbance or distraction from those who are listening to the bracha. Let's say it's someone, I'll give an example, someone who's missing a leg. And he's in the shul and everybody knows him and it's already not a distraction. It's not something that disturbs or takes away from anybody's concentration because they're so used to it. So in that instance, obviously the Kohen can still duchen because this would not serve as a factor to distract anyone. If it's someone that's new or hasn't been there before, that's a different story. Let's say somebody has pronunciation problems, and the Shulchan Aruch writes, somebody has a difference between an aleph and an ayin, which we're not so careful to differentiate. In the Taimani communities, an ayin sounds more like much more guttural. It's like ayin. The change in pronunciation or inability to pronounce might also create a distraction from the bracha. But if someone who just says Hebrew the way he says it, and it's not disturbing in the sense that it's completely changing the language and everybody's used to it, and that's the way they just say it, then that's fine. The same applies. We have different people from different backgrounds, Ashkenazim, Yemenites, Sephardic, whatever it might be, and they pronounce Hebrew differently. This is not a problem because it doesn't create a distraction. Only someone who literally cannot pronounce the words properly, or let's say someone has, unfortunately, a terrible stutter, then that person shouldn't go up to duchen. The main point is we realize how much the recipients of the bracha, that's we, the kahal, the congregants, they have to focus and direct their intentions solely to the blessing. shetiknu chachamim shekol kohen sheish lo davar she'olavata osim kavanasam le'aladuchen. So much so that Chazal said that anyone who cannot concentrate because of something wrong with the Kohanim, he shouldn't duchen. In other words, the focus is on the blessing that should be received by the people, and they should have the proper intention. So we hopefully will get all the brachas that we deserve, Kohanim and other. Thank you for listening today. Please continue to daven Machar Leitzvah G'nei Yisrael for Shlem L'chol P'tui Yisrael, safe return of our hostages. We dedicate our learning Leili Nishmat Sarah and Daniel Shimon Rav Daron V'Sheli Hashem Yikom Damo, and we'll see you here next time. Have a great day.